So I guess we're going to test the camera on the new phone. It's just another Samsung phone. My other phone got beat to death on all the road trips, so the camera wouldn't focus, so I had to get a new phone. And I got a new windshield for the motorcycle, and new risers, new Thrashin Supply risers, and these Memphis Shades handguards are my old handguards, and a Thrashin bag that I had brought for another project that we're using on this project. And of course, I got Moon's MC running boards, mini running boards. And the reason I got those is because they're adjustable, and I can adjust them all the way forward like that. So you can see on the third row. I wish that these were just a little bit longer, just a tad bit longer, so that I could put my foot out here. But honestly, people complain about the ability to have mid mounts and be tall. I'm 6 foot tall on the dot. I got a 33-inch inseam. I mean, I wear 34s because they don't sell 33s. But I have an adjustable brake lever from Green Brothers, and that's why I'm out here at Harbor Freight. I couldn't find my T27 socket to take this bolt off here, so I had to come out here. Usually I get my tools from Jersey Discount Tools because they're so fast, but I needed one tonight because I'm gonna put that brake lever on, because this brake lever is way too low right there, and it needs to go up like up to there. And then maybe in the future get a different brake lever, but you know, we're on a budget here at the Inherently Dangerous Motovlog, because you know, we don't have sponsors. Maybe on purpose, I don't know, we'll see. Bassani, Pipe, and Saddleman, you know, step up. I wish the step up is a little bit steep. I can't remember the company that makes one just a little more rounded. I can't think of the name of it, but honestly, I can't afford to keep buying parts for this bike. I have a different headlight going. We'll talk about it in the future. I think that's about it right now. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a new bike. Since we moved to headquarters, my commute became 50 miles a day each way, so I needed a bike that was good on the highway and in the city, because there was a certain amount of city driving I'm doing now. And I'd already rode this earlier in June and found out how good the suspension was from the factory stock, bone stock, and I was like, I got to modify the bagger to, you know, be able to take the urban type riding, or should I just step up? And High Stage Harley Davidson really treated me right on the price on this and on the trade end, and it helped that I didn't owe anything on the bagger, so that made negotiations a little easier. Saying that, yeah, let's go for a ride. That is, I don't know where that Ford dealership is up there, but is it true that Elon Musk is buying Ford? That'd be interesting, honestly. That would give him a dealership network. They already are setting up electric chargers at Ford dealerships. Mach 3 or whatever, Mach EV, whatever it's called, Mach 3. People that drive them like them. They're supposed to have a decent amount of mileage, coverage, so I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting. And you know, of course, there's a Skyline chili right there, but I'm going home and eating because I got food at home. Because when you buy bikes, you eat at home a lot. But in all fairness, the Harley dealer took real good care of me, and I feel really good about this purchase. And I've been buying motorcycles, and this is what I told the salesman. I said usually I buy motorcycles around my birthday, around December, and which is a month away. And come on, people, I'm still breaking this in, so I'm being cool, honey bunny. I told the salesman, I said, listen, I want a Lowrider ST. I've wanted one for a while, since I rode the one in June, but honestly, I'm going to have to do a lot of modifications to it to make it ergonomically comfortable for me. And you're going to have to take that off the price, and you're going to have to treat me right on my bike. And I know my bike's got a lot of modifications, and I know that Harley dealers always give me grief about it. But like I told him, I can't swing a cat without hitting a Harley dealer. So if you don't deal with me, nobody else will. But I got a month to look around. And he's like, well, what would it take for you to buy it today? I'm like, and I don't think you can come up with that deal. my God, I didn't leave without buying a bike. So I'm just telling you, Harley Davidson, High Stakes Harley Davidson in Florence, Kentucky treated me right. But taller bars help dramatically for taller riders. I got the Clockworks 8-inch windshield. I hope the sound is, the wind's not so bad on it. It's not bad. I don't get much buffeting. I got no buffeting even at highway speeds, but there is a little wind noise, and I'll just have to be sure to wear my earplugs when I wear it, when I ride it. Should I go the city route or the highway route? Let's see how the traffic look like up here. There was a day that I decided that I was going to go ahead and do the deed and trade the bike, because I kept thinking, like, I'm going to have to improve the suspension on this thing riding in the city. But I was coming home and there's an overpass I have to go over, and when I work day shift, it's not so bad. I miss the traffic. But when I work night shift to come home in the morning, I hit that traffic. And I hit that traffic. And I was like, God damn. So I went to the front of the line like I always do. And I'm gonna, you know, figure that I'll split lanes, across the bridge, and out to the highway. Off of 275 onto 471. And I was, you know, jumping, I was doing that, and I get up to where there's, you know, the bridge has got the concrete barrier on either side, and there's this work truck with, you know, Hollywood mirrors and big wide flatbed. I couldn't get by him, and I would sit there like traffic for like 25 minutes on the freaking bridge, and I'm like, you know what? Guess what? I need a thinner bike. A thinner bike would have went right by it. I cannot get used to the. I gotta look where you turn, John. I cannot get used to the ground clearance on this thing. It's still new to me as far as handling, because this thing handles like you wouldn't believe. I don't even know how to explain the way it rides. I had an FXRP back in I guess 2000-ish, 2008-ish, I think. I can't remember the years now. And you know, that I made it club style when nobody else was. You couldn't get, you know, a little cool little short windshield. There was no aftermarket parts for them, was no aftermarket fairings for them. But I got a fairing from Roadside Marty in Florida. Got cop bags from Joe Otto out in Iowa. Running boards from Roadside Marty. Got some parts from Elvis in California. And here I'll say is about Elvis in California, and it goes as far as running boards go. People complain about the price of his stuff, but the guys held on to FXR parts forever when nobody else was. Everybody else was junking them, throwing stuff away, and he sat on them forever. And he don't give them away. And if you got a bike and you need parts, you know you're going to get a good part. I bought a seat from him, and I got to say it was expensive, but he had it and he sent it to me, and I can't complain about the price of Elvis's stuff. So if you get an FXR parts from Elvis out in California, expect to pay for it, but expect that he stored all those parts for you, specifically for you, for years, and didn't charge you storage. Now he's charging storage. So God bless Elvis. God bless Elvis. This is a double-A highway. This is a famous double-A highway. It goes from Alexander to Ashland. It is radar patrolled, and if you're going to travel this road much, you got to have a radar detector. And so all my friends work different shifts than me since I changed jobs, and now I got nobody to ride with, and I really want to ride out to Old Pope Distillery out in Maysville. That sunset is freaking amazing. Kentucky sunsets and sunrises are amazing. Anyway, it's light like the FXR was. It's the way, I'll say that. The Dynaglide did not feel like the FXR that I had. This does feel like an FXR. You sit down lower in it like the FXR, but it is its own beast. I can't compare it to the FXR, other than saying it's like if I had the money when I had the FXR to build the most super suspension ever, it would feel like that. And if I'd had the money to, you know, modify it to where it's fast like this from the factory. So I am saying this is like the Dream FXR if I could have built the Dream FXR. So there's that. But it is really its own beast. And maybe if I'd had the money to put a stupid suspension underneath the FXR and a crazy Evo motor and a 6-speed transmission, yeah, maybe it would feel just like this. But that was a lot of money to put in an FXR. And then if you ever want to sell it, you post it on Facebook and everybody be like, look at a guy wanting $100,000 for his FXR. Yeah, when you try building a hot FXR and see what it's going to cost you. And this fairing really works. It does a really nice job. Not crazy about the way the Memphis Shade handguards fit from the front. They look funny, and I might like put some decals on them to sit at a different angle so you don't notice that they sit funny, but they do because the bars, these are Thrashing Supply bars, mid-bend bars. So the bars, I can't say nothing but good about the ergonomics right now though. With the Moons MC running boards and my long legs, I can put my feet out like this, just like I'm on a running board on a bagger. Let's go east. Let's go with the 275, and I'll show you the overpass. The Thrashing Supply bar, risers look amazing. I really dig those. Of course, you got to get the extended everything to put them on. The Bassani pipe sounds really good. I got a little bit longer than my last one. I'll admit the bagger with the short pipe, it would get on your nerves in a while. So if I was like, hey, you know what? Let's put one a little farther back. And the Bassani's a little quieter than the Fuelmoto pipe was, and so far so good. The plans for this bike is to commute with it. Literally, it's so far above as far as handling and suspension of the bagger. Ergonomically, the bagger was perfect, but it was heavy, and when you got in tight situations, especially where you're doing a lot of it, it would wear you out. I'm gonna be 60 next month. Let's just say what it is. Getting old. In fact, I was went to Penn Station the other night, stopped in there on the way home, grabbed a sandwich after day shift. By the time I got home, I was getting late, and because I worked 12 14-hour shifts. Anyway, I was pulled in there, and an old biker guy pulled in behind me on an old twin cam bagger, like an early one, and he had a noticeable limp in his left leg. And he said, hey man, I said, I seen you, I wanted to ask you some questions about your bike. He goes, he said, I know the roads are rough down here. This is Covington. This is yet another way I can get home if I need to. He goes, as you can tell, I got a limp, and he goes, I got a bad leg, and he said, this bagger gets heavy when I try to stop, especially when I got the old lady on it. And he said, you mind if I ask you some questions about your bike? And so he's a little bit shorter than I was, so I told him, about the windshield, and that I let him sit on it. And he was like, damn dude, he said, I really like this bike. He said, it's very traditional looking, and of course the black with the gold letterings is very, that's very beautiful to me. I really like it. It's like, it's gonna be hard for me to even think about changing the paint job on it because it's so pretty. And he was like, oh man, I might have to go to Harley Davidson. Of course, price always scares everybody away, and Harley Davidson's got to deal with these old guys that just kept their bikes for 20 years. That's a tough one because I got to resell it. I get it. By the way, that's BFC Auto Trim, and they're pretty famous in this area for automotive upholstery. So I can't believe that upholstery business still stays in business. I hate this built wheel helmet. It fogs up when you stop. I'm going to build my Simpson helmet into a motovlog helmet. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to. I'm gonna have to. Spelt wheels is not going to get it. It's noisy for one. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a commuter bike. I got a crash bar for it. I'm going to learn to pack lighter. I know people are doing something about, you know, putting other bags on them to make them hold more stuff, but I made a decision that I'm going to pack lighter. I'm going to learn to pack lighter, and we'll go from there. Maybe it's, you know, take the minimalist approach, because the saddlebags really grew on me, even with the short bag on it. Yeah, this is a little bothersome watching this F-150 full of truck bed full of junk, scrap. Whew. Beautiful big old Catholic church right here on Madison Avenue in Covington. We are very close to the Live Forever, Die Whenever headquarters, which is a really cool shop in Covington that on Lee Street that they have a cool Instagram. So I recommend everybody go check their stuff out. Especially if you like Southern rock. And who don't like Southern rock? And we're heading over to the Inherently Dangerous motovlog headquarters and have some supper. But yeah, this thing you can, especially when you get into these urban areas, urban environments, old city environments where, you know, the rough roads and traffic, you know, this is very light. Don't wear you out. We're crossing the infamous 12th Street Bridge that goes over the Licking River, and there is Cincinnati, Ohio, across the river right there, and that is Newport on the right. Newport, Kentucky, which was an old gambling town, which is was a prototype for Las Vegas. The same people that started Las Vegas, they created an illegal gambling situation down here in Newport, and there's many books written about it. And maybe in the future, as this winter, we'll write some, we'll do some episodes about it. But yeah, inner city snagling here, you know, trying to beat all the other traffic. Got to get back to the base. I know it's only 6 miles away, but it takes forever sometimes. You gotta know the shortcuts in the city. And while you probably think of me as your rural riding hero, I cut my teeth in the city. Get you a guy that can do it both. And on that note, I'm gonna go home and put my adjustable brake linkage on and eat me some shrimp and asparagus. And stay tuned for future episodes of the Lowrider ST and how we don't go crazy. We do just make it ergonomically capable of being a daily. To face it, it's the price of a subcompact daily rider these days, and so we'll treat it that way. Though right now, I'm not riding it in the dark because I don't know if I mentioned it, but I took out a deer with my Subaru last week, and I'm in a rental. But it's gun season, and deer are in rut, and the deer will run flat out in front of you behind a concrete overpass bridge, and you couldn't see it till it's too late. Couldn't get your foot off the gas. Next thing you know, you got airbags in your face, and you got a big old bruise on the side of your face. Didn't I say on that note? I think I did say on that note.